doing? How we doing? Excuse the pen. Excuse the pen. Let's get it started. Okay. Back. Excuse the pen. Today. Topic of today. So, I was just thinking about certain things that's been happening, and since I guess you could say the Diddy arrest, Piers Morgan been doing a lot of interviews. So I just want to give my opinion on a couple of interviews that he's been doing with panels on his show about Diddy, about the election, everything, But I just noticed that he's been giving the spotlight to a lot of different people, which I'm going to say is bringing awareness to a lot of these people who didn't get it before. The Jaguar rights, Choke No Jokes, the Lord Jamar been on a lot of platforms. He's been doing a lot of stuff. He's a hip-hop legend, but Piers Morgan platform is super big. I mean, it's you get a lot of exposure from being on there. So, anyway, let's get into it. Piers Morgan with the Diddy thing, and I'm gonna say the Jaguar right interview. I'll jump on that first. So, with Jaguar, she come on there. If anybody watch Jaguar Wright interviews or anything that you just see her on platforms that she done been on, Jaguar. She don't cut no corners. She say what she feel is true, and a lot of what she said does, it does actually come to fruition, I would say. So Jaguar was on Piers, and they's asking her questions about Diddy and the arrest and everything, or the things that she has spoken on about Diddy, in the past. And out the blue, everybody know, she brought up Jay-Z and Beyonce, on this show, this episode. And there was a big uproar behind it. Jaguar being animated and very drama-filled, I would say, exposed some things on there that may be true, may not be true. I would just say allegedly. She said a lot of things about Mr. Carter and Mrs. Carter. Lifestyle, prefaces, or things that don't look great on their part. So they sent out a cease and desist. Made Piers snatch the interview off for defamation of character or whatever, you could say. They saying it's not true. So right there caused some attention to jump for Piers' show, Oh, Jay-Z, Beyonce fouled a thing, made him snatch an interview up off of his platform. So that brought a lot of attention to his platform. I mean, from our community, I would say, the black community. So he's had Vlad on there, Vlad say what Vlad said about everything. But another interview I want to tap into that I've been watching as of late, he has Candace Owens and Mark Lamont Hill. Mark Lamont, I'm not sure if I'm saying the brother's name right or not, but if you're familiar with Piers Morgan, then you know what I'm talking about. So these interviews with Candace Owens, Mark, and Piers has been going a certain type of way. So it looks as if they're kind of like jumping Mark, Candace, and Piers as far as their views on what they think and how they support I would say Trump or the Republican side of things. I won't even say Trump. I'm just gonna say they're more conservative when he's more liberal with his thinking. Well, Mark, I would say, may have said some things that wasn't all the way solid, and they was able to call him out on it, and he didn't recover well off of what they were saying. But also, I would have to actually reiterate that I do feel that they were jumping him. But the brother, he fought through it, tried to state his points. I mean, he kind of stumbled through it, I would say, because it was a lot of stuttering and, sidestepping and getting angry, kind of showing your frustration and your emotions. Like, they got the best of him. I would say that. So, it's safe to say and to say Piers Morgan has a conservative platform. And he's conservative. His views is more so over there. What I didn't like is that you guys are biased, and he did make a point to say that everything he says, they're so quick to respond to it and in a way that it doesn't even give him a chance to finish his sentence. I would say that that's true. I respect the brother for going in there and sparring with them, but I would have to say he went back again. And I mean, I guess people could say that it's brave, or is it a glutton for punishment? Like, you constantly, what it is this time, and you still failed. You stumbled all over the place. The man made him look crazy. She's sitting there laughing at him because he couldn't control himself or the narrative. Like, he didn't do any better with the second interview than he did with the first one. But they got on him, And the first one, I guess they had Lord Jamar on there too, and Lord Jamar kind of even attacked him. And so it just looked bad. The optics looks bad, because especially on, I would say, Piers, because you're the host. You're supposed to be biased, but it seems like that you side with certain guests on your show. He couldn't explain things or articulate it in a way to get his point across to what he was saying, but I do feel like it looked bad that they were kind of like attacking the brother. But I would say don't continue to go nowhere where the playing field is uneven and you're not actually properly prepared to handle it and be able to spar with these people. Candace Owens makes a lot of good points about things that she says, but she's also a person that I feel, this is my opinion, y'all, that hates herself or dislike herself. I don't like to say hate. I think that's a very strong word that we shouldn't actually use, because you're giving that energy, putting that energy out into the universe. I don't want to do that, but so I would say dislike herself a lot. And she's a black woman. Beyond that, a black person. So if you don't like what you see in the mirror, then you don't like it. If it's, and you don't like you don't like it, period. So it's always something against. Like I said, sometimes she do make great points on what she's saying, because it's two sides to every coin. She makes sense and makes points on things, but it's from a angry place, an unsettled place, like an offensive place towards her own and herself. That's why I say I think, she don't really like herself, so she's not gonna like us. But I don't think that the way she goes about it is healthy. Like, she makes her point, but you can see the malice in her with the laugh and the snickering, when the brother's getting frustrated and tripping up, she don't even have any empathy for him or no camaraderie as far as, this is my brother, let me not embarrass him to that point. Like, she relished in it. So I would say that situation was ugly to me. But like I said, the brother Mark, he kept putting himself in that situation because he didn't prepare well for it. My point of bringing up this about Piers Morgan is because, in my opinion, I feel like he's placating off of something that's bad and like big news in the black community and within hip hop culture. And then from a political standpoint, he's even using certain people to even sway towards speaking to that, even if they agree with the conservative views or not, or they just don't like the other side, so they more so side with what they're saying. So it seems like they're on the same agenda. He's profiting for it. It's all about profit, in this game. Like, content is king, and that content is doing a lot, But he actually showed his hand and almost got himself in trouble with trying to profit off of our culture, our community, the good, the bad, or whatever it is. When he let Jaguar say what she said on there, that made them respond in a way that they responded. It didn't look good. I mean, it must have been bad because he had to actually pull it. So my point is this, as much as it seems like it's going to be very beneficial for you to go on these platforms with these, big entities like the Piers Morgans, and I even throw the Black TV and, Adam 22s or whatever up in there as well. It's not really worth it morally, when it comes to what they're trying to do as far as how they're trying to make our community or our people look. Is it really worth the exposure? So I would just ask that when you actually have your own platforms, and we have other platforms that don't subscribe to that, So I don't know if it's worth to go on there just to get that exposure and say, hey, I was on Vlad, or hey, I was on Piers Morgan, this is the big times, and like, let's make our own things big time. Let's make our own platforms big time. And stop letting these people placate to us and use us and make us look crazy, because that's, to me, what it is. We're looking crazy, y'all. I mean, who benefits from it? They do. And after this cycle, and when he's not inviting y'all on there no more, he still got his A-list clients that's gonna come on his show and give him what he needs. So it's like, he needs y'all for the moment, or they need y'all for the moment. But when they don't, they're gonna throw you back to the trash. Like, subscribe, share. Let's Ski's opinion. I'm out.